Our next grounded house on the long list was built on the footprint of a couple of run-down old sheds. Michelle has travelled to see it hidden away in the beautiful South Downs National Park. This is House Passivhaus, two striking, elegant wooden buildings clad in red cedar. The RIBA judges loved the clear, elegant, modern vision for this building, particularly the tranquil living space, lit with carefully placed roof lights and windows. It was designed by the architect Charles Meloy for his wife Hannah and their 3 children. House Passivhaus has 2 wings. In the first, a living room that flows into a dining and kitchen area. Tucked behind this is an entrance hall and a family bathroom. In the next wing, there's a master bedroom with an ensuite, and along a corridor, bedrooms for their 3 children. Charles and Hannah weren't just their own clients for this remarkable project. They self-built it as well. Very wise. But Charles and Hannah did manage to pull together an elegant interior. The open-plan kitchen connected to an intimate living room is a sleek, minimal joy.
Beautifully smooth, and the plywood and the cabinetry. And it just all flows quite naturally, one into the other. But I can imagine you could sit here and you could still see all the way through.
Yes, yeah, so it's not a big sprawling open plan area. There's definition through the cabinetry in the middle.
It is super kind of clean and spare and quite sort of lean in terms of decor here.
Travelling through the kitchen and down a gleaming white corridor that connects the 2 wings is a wonderfully calming experience.
I love these little skylights through. That's kind of beautiful ways of sneaking in all this extra sunlight. That sort of paints the walls for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Off the long corridor of the sleeping wing are the 3 bedrooms.
So this is our youngest bedroom.
And nice all with access to outside as well.
Yeah, so we've got full height glazed doors.
They're super insulated triple glazed doors to keep the heat in. House Passivhaus is, as the name suggests, a passive house, which means it uses very little energy for heating and cooling. To achieve that, the inside of the home had to be super insulated and wrapped in a special membrane to maintain air tightness. Even more remarkably, this glorious building was put out for only £250,000.
Even with a modest budget, you can still be bold. By having a vision, really understanding the site, getting involved, anything is possible.
So, 5 down-to-earth houses, unfussy and elegant. The question is, which of these remarkable homes will the judges shortlist for House of the Year? Will it be House Lessons, an exquisite, rigorous home masquerading as a couple of Northern Irish barns? Hannington Farm, a juxtaposition of 3 buildings in the time-honoured tradition of the gentrified farmhouse. Secular Retreat, a concrete, chill-out modern Stonehenge you can rent by the day. Max Fordham House, a no-nonsense home on a mission to save the planet. Or finally, House Passivhaus, a pared-back eco-home that is just enough for its young family. The architect John Pardee is the chair of this year's judges. So John, we're in this down-to-earth category. What have you shortlisted?
Well, it has to be the Secular Retreat down in Devon.
It's designed by Peter Sumter, who's like world-class.
And you know it when you walk up to this building. You just know it.
With Secular Retreat making the shortlist, there's room for one more down-to-earth home. So this is your shortlisted project?
House Lessons in County Down, Northern Ireland. It's agricultural, but it's sophisticated as well. I particularly relish the inside-outside spaces.
Lots of very evolved ideas from this architect who've been doing this kind of work for a long while now.
Yeah, they perfected it, I think.
Yeah. So house lessons and secular retreat make it onto the shortlist. Two homes that are down to earth but also pioneering, not afraid to take a few risks.